in this video, I'm going to share with you everything you need to know about creating faceless videos so that you can use them as a part of your content marketing strategy. Hi, my name is Desiree and I help you use video and online marketing to collect leads and convert them into dollars. Now, when we're talking about faceless videos, the best tool I have found to help make this really easy for us is going to be Adobe Express, which I will be showing you how to use a little bit later when it comes to their existing templates that they have in place, as well as generative AI and so much more. I promise it's going to be the best, easiest, quickest way for you to make literal faceless reels in minutes. But I think before we dive into how we do that, I think it's important to know, like, what are the options? What are the pros and cons that we're dealing with? What are some ideas and things that we can be making so that faceless videos can be effective? So let's dive into that first. So what are the benefits to having faceless videos versus showing up like how I do, where you're seeing my face and teaching? Well, sometimes it's really hard for a brand or a business to lock down an individual to be the face of their business. Now, sometimes brands can get away with having multiple people coming in on their videos. Think Media is a great example of this. But you want to make sure that everything that you're creating is consistent. And if you're waiting around for someone else to do that, like maybe you're on the marketing team and you're waiting for someone to do this. I run into this with my clients, or they just can't always get stuff to me, which is why these faceless videos are so important and so helpful. When you don't have a brand rep and you can't get what you need, faceless videos kind of step in to fill in that void, especially if you're trying to get something out really quickly. Now, we all have existing content calendars, or at least I hope you do. That content calendar is going to be the foundation, the table, the structure that you have in place for your content. But if you're waiting on someone else to get it to you, this could be a great way to get that content done really fast and really easily. Also too, we also need this sometimes to be happening quick and frequently, and being able to turn to a template and put the information in and plug in the pictures, this really streamlines that process. There's a lot I have to do to get ready to film these videos. Not only do I have my studio in place that has the right lighting and the right tech and the right mic and all the things, but I also get, like, camera ready. Like, I try to be my most presentable self for you, because if you saw me normally, you'd be like, Des, girl, get your life together, because I kind of rock that like borderline homeless mom look on a regular basis. Your girl's busy, okay? So if you were trying to mediate bottlenecks, faceless videos are a great way to get that done, because you don't have to worry about all of the extra fluff and stuff that has to go into creating content. It's also just a lot less stressful. Like, again, doing all this work is very stressful. I have this pressure to get this done in this time, maximize my output while looking camera ready and all of the things. So by being able to really take that away, it allows for you to be less stressed and just get it out. If you have a lot of things that have to go into place to make your videos happen, but you just need to get something out, this is going to be the easiest and best way for you to do that. Now, what you want to do before you dive into creating your videos is you need to have some things in place so you know, like, what you're doing before you go and create. First things first, you want to research. What is it you want to talk about? What information do you need to share? What are all the right pieces of information that you need to give in these reels? Remember, reels, we want them to kind of be kept short as much as possible. So how can you then take all the information you need to give and make it presented fast and quickly? Well, that is where also then planning out your visuals and your text is going to be on screen will be helpful. Your faceless videos also could still have your voice, but not have your face. So you could be demoing how to do something, or showing how something works, or talking over the text that's on the screen because you're explaining a story, or maybe some other video footage that you are sharing. By having an idea of what you're going to say and what visuals pair with it in the video, it's going to allow for you to streamline your content and be more effective. Timing is also really important. You want to make sure these are quick and to the point, which again is why you're going to love what I'm going to show you with Adobe, because it takes away the timing sort of insecurities. But you want to make sure that you aren't going too fast, that you're giving away the information in an effective way, and you kind of want to create that looping feature so that people keep watching. Lastly, you need to pair your visual, your video, with a really great caption. Your caption is where you can kind of expand on the information, give more context and value, and most importantly, give a call to action very specific to what you want someone to do. Do you want them to go to link in your bio? Do you want them to comment below? Do you want them to share? Do you want them to head to the DMs? By putting it in the caption, it allows for you to really capture your audience's attention and really see who's paying attention and who wants to take action from your content. It's actually a great way for you to also see, is this content really working for me? Because if people aren't reading the captions and just watching your videos, you're missing out on those opportunities. So what could possibly be some faceless video ideas that you have? Well, first and foremost, share inspiration. A lot of us have great stories or quotes that we love. Turn those into reels and pair them with a really matching audio that you can find on Instagram. That's a great way to create something faceless and very easy. You can share information, like maybe there's some new thing that happened in your industry and you want to get it out quickly, like maybe there's a policy change or something that's coming up or an event. By sharing information quickly, you're gonna be able to get that out quickly with Reels. Steps are a great way to show something. Like just like a recipe or how to use a product, showing the steps of how you do something specifically with images or videos with that Faceless video is going to be incredibly informative and very high converting. Now, not every video is a talking head. Sometimes we are showing off a product. So like, what does this glass have to offer? How do we use it? What do we do with it? And all of the things in between. So by having the product as the main focus of the video, you're gonna be able to not be distracting your audience with what your face is saying and doing. Now, before we head over to Adobe, where I share with you the breakdown of how to use the tool and how to create those Faceless videos, I think it's important for me to share with you how amazing Adobe is. Adobe is what we use in my agency to create all of our graphics and all the videos for our customers. We have found that it's super easy to use generative AI and all the other components that are within the tool. My favorite things though that I'm gonna share with you today are how to build a brand board so that I can make sure that my brand is always applied to the content I'm creating, so that no matter what template I make, I can always select my brand and my font, my colors all transfer over. And number two, they have a really great library of templates that you can use for your Reels. Templates are just the way to minimize that work. This is a work smart, not hard situation. So let's head over to Adobe where I'm gonna show you what the new Adobe beta looks like and how you can use it to make those Faceless videos. So this is Adobe Express where it's kind of walking you through. You can see all of the different options that are available to you to create standout content all in one place. It's incredibly easy. Now we are already in the beta program, and so this is what this looks like. You're gonna be able to see so many things that are available to make this stuff very easy for you. Now, the first thing that we're going to want to do is create a brand. This is going to be our brand board so that we can very easily take any fonts and colors that we have in place and put them into all of our graphics existing, rather than having to like make them every single time. So you're gonna go over to your stuff and then hit the brands tab and hit create a new brand. You want to give this a name. So I'm just going to use the one that I use for all of my stuff, which is my Mrs. Desiree Rose brand. Okay, so now we're gonna go here. So now that we're in here, we're gonna have all of our options where we can upload our logo, put our colors in, and add our fonts and any supporting graphics that we might have. Like maybe there's gonna be photos for our brand and things like that. So we're just going to start uploading them one by one. Okay, so now I have a brand board that I always reference for my documents so that I have this constantly. So it has my logo, all my brand colors, what my fonts are, and any supporting graphics that we have as well. All right, now let's upload everything one piece at a time. Now I have a brand board here with all of my different pieces. I have that I use for constant reference so that I can make sure that I have them. So first we're gonna upload our logo. You wanna make sure that you include having that transparent background, that way it's easy for things to be added. We now are going to go to our colors, so I can just go and select these, and then I can create custom and then go and make my own colors here. We're gonna save them, and I'm just going to work through these one by one. All right, now that I've added my colors, I can go down here to add my fonts, and I can just search for the name of my font. Okay, so Robot Light is one of my fonts. Okay, and then we also can add different graphics. So these are gonna be like if we have any marketing materials or any other photos that we want to do. So I would encourage you to add those if you have them. But if not, that's all that we have to do for our brand, logo, font, and colors. And then you can see that it kind of lives here under your brand so that you can reference it at any time. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go, now that we have our brand board built, we're gonna go use our video templates. What's really great about Adobe Express is that they have so many preloaded things and features that you can do. As you can see, we have so many templates and everything like that. But if you go up here to video, you're going to be able to see that they have not only created an option for you to create content from scratch for mobile, but they also have all of these featured templates that are gonna allow for you to create content very easily for your brand, again, without having to show your face. They've already created the timing and the texts, and all you have to do is change out any of the images and videos that's already in place. So I'm actually going to pick this one right here because I think it's going to be able to accomplish what I wanted to do. Now, as you can see in here, I have my images that they've provided for me. I can just play and you can see what it looks like. It has the animations happening here in the corner. It has the cuts as well. So what I just want to go in here and do is I just want to change out these images. So what I can do is select the image and I can hit replace. Now I can pick something that's totally, so maybe this is for your company and you do real estate. So you can kind of pick from the stock photo library that comes from the power of Adobe, which is over 1.2 million photos and video content that's available to you to build build this out. So let's maybe click this one, and we want to maybe double click it so that we can position it better, like where we'd want it to go. And we want to change our text. And we can change our text by double clicking on it in the box here and we want to make it our grass what we want to do. So now we have this, we can just make this size up the way we want to. We can select this as well and adjust it for here. We need to move these little sparkles up, okay? And we want to then test it. Ready? So hit play. What you need to buy your dream home, okay? And then we can just build it out from there. So our next piece is gonna need to be whatever information it is that we need to do. So again, we're replacing our imagery with what we need it to be. Since you already have it on real estate, we can just make it something like paperwork. So like I said, it just comes down into adjusting how you want things to look. Now that we have made our whole video, we've changed everything out so that it makes sense for what we want to do. We want to watch all together, make sure the timing looks good, make sure the animations are doing what we want them to do, that all of the information is there and it's spelled correctly, and it just overall looks the way that you want it to look. All right, now that you have that, you're going to be able to add other things if you'd like to. So you can click here on this down button to kind of get rid of it, or you can edit your timeline so you can see what's going on. By using this pre-made template, I just was able to create a video in just a couple of minutes that I can use on social media, that I can upload as a reel, add the right sound off of Instagram. I never had to show my face, but I got to share information and show up in the way that the algorithm is really wanting me to do. All I have to do is hit download, or I can do it from my app so that I can put it where I want it to go. When I hit download, I can download the file I want. I want to make it in the highest resolution that it'll let me do. I don't recommend 4K though. For mobile, 1080 is totally fine. You just hit download. And then you're gonna just want to wait for it to download to your computer, and then you can upload it to your server or use the native scheduling tool that is available within Adobe Express as well. Now, one of the things that's really nice about the Adobe Express is that we also can use the generative AI. Let's say that we wanted to create a graphic or something like a cover for us to put onto our reel, but we just weren't sure what image we wanted to do. We can ask it to generate it for us by doing text to image or text effects. Okay, so by creating just a simple text like person excited to be buying a house, I can be more specific. Maybe if I wanted to, like I could say like a man or a woman. I can maybe add a location, person buying a house in Michigan. Can you do this? Let's resize it maybe for an image. Instagram reel, and then I have an image where it's like fresh, never before made, and then I can use this as my reel cover for when I'm uploading it onto Instagram so that again I can own it. It's really important to make sure that anything that we're creating, we're not taking it from any other place, or we're using copyright free information in order to do it. So the new AI tool is very helpful. There are so many awesome things that are available within Adobe Betas that you can use, whether you're making Instagram videos, TikTok, if you're trying to create flyers or anything else. This is really going to simplify your process, especially when you're making those faceless videos, so you can make it very easy. Now that you know how to make faceless videos to streamline the process and get that content out fast, you want to make sure that it's converting the way that you want it to. So watch this video that I have for you right here, where I break down for you how a funnel works for all of your Instagram reels and other vertical videos.